Hey guys, it's QuickyBaby, and I'm playing in the FV4202, but if you're only here to see the FV4202, you're going to be bitterly disappointed because this is a very unremarkable game. However, what you're going to see is one of the best instances of strong teamwork, completely grassroots, completely unasked for, just an amazing act of companionship or just good teamwork, I think, is what you're gonna see. So I'm playing in the FV4202, which is not the fastest of medium tanks. You can see here it's taking us a while to get into position, and they've already got some aggressive mediums and a light tank into an early position. So I'm thinking, okay, just do what I can do, get as many shots off at the enemy as I can without taking hits, and I was quite chuffed when I saw that bat chat just got eradicated. Fortunately, we bounce our shell on the IS-8. Wondering what this AMX is doing. But he manages to sneak away. And oh my god, there's another IS-8. I miss my shot. I fall back. 1390 hits me in the side of the turret. I'm a bit flustered. I'm thinking, what's going on here? What's going on here? And I'm like, okay, let's just dig in, try and take out this IS-8, but my turret is not good. And this is the worst position you could ever want to be in the FV4202. Trying to duke it out with very aggressive with heavy tanks. Well, with heavy medium tanks, because the IS-8 is more of a kind of like an offensive heavy. I should have really looked at the team composition at the start of the game and seen that they had 4 IS-8s. If I'd seen that they had 4 IS-8s at the beginning, I might not have gone into this position, because the IS-8 is almost the perfect tank for trying to do this. And the FV4202 just simply does not have enough speed. I'm trying to hide most of my tank, as you can see, and if we zoom out to where their tanks are, which is just on this corner, they have to hit a fairly good shot into my turret to be able to penetrate it. So I'm going to try and stay dug in. I'm just going to go into third person here. I'm going to pause it again for a second. Keep your eyes out on this Object 268. He is monstering into position. And watch this! What? This Object 268 just murdered down and murdered the IS-8. He saw that I was in complete awful position, and he basically went down, tried to put himself between me and the IS-8, and took him out. Now the E75 is using the 88mm, and there we go again. He wasn't just an accident. Oh my god. This guy. I was live streaming this at the same time. And I was going like, what's going on? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, this is incredible. This is the first time I got properly like, well, one of the first times that I've ever been like, oh my god, this guy is epic. Which was an incredible play by the Object 268. I'm just going to pause here for a second to just show you the FV4202's turret really is one of the weak points of the tank. So we can see here, even shots that really you would hope that would bounce. If this was on like an M48, this would probably be a bouncing shot. If this was on a T62A, this would have been a bouncing shot. And even this on a T62A might have bounced, but it kind of went through the armor and then also hit the cupola. But I'm not really sure. The center of the mark is probably hitting the top of the tank, so it might have bounced off into the cupola. But anyway, this isn't my FV4202 review. This is a highlight of this T62A. And here you can see me tunnel vision pretty badly. I'm just focused on this guy. I wanted to help him out. I thought maybe he needed me to shoot him, and he didn't. And I get owned by the AMX 1390. So, guys, really poor play by me. But this is not where the story ends. I PM'd this gentleman after the game, after the day finished. He's called the Gravedigger. And I asked him if he'd send me his replay, and he did. So let's continue the battle from his view.
Time to roll out.
So you guys just watched the battle from my perspective. Now let's take a look at it from the Gravedigger's perspective. So, okay, we immediately see that the Gravedigger only fires heat shells. Which is fine, I guess. Very nice penetration on the heat rounds on this tank. I didn't realize they were 450. That's huge. That's even higher than the penetration of the heat rounds on the Jagdpanzer E100, for example. Wow, that's a monster heat from the Object 268. So there we see me. That's very weird. See me running off into the sunset, ready to, well, riding off into the sunset. The Gravedigger's aiming his first shell. He gives quite a lot of lead on that 1390, unable to hit him. It's a shame, he's probably wishing that he was loaded right now to catch this Batjack, cursing his luck. It's a meaty shot there into the Batjack, taking the track off. I guess he sees. He thinks I'm still cool. He hasn't really noticed me yet. That's fine. He's in a very cheeky location here with his Object 268. I was about to say the FE4202 there, but that's me who's driving it. So he's taking a look at me. He's seeing what's going on. I think he thinks now, okay, let's do this then. Let's help this FE4202 out. Oh, he's getting murdered. Oh, this FE4202, he's scrubbed. And you actually see me call for help. I say help. And he goes, Verstanden, which I think probably means affirmative or something. Okay. So he repairs his track there, large repair pack from the IS-8. Doesn't want to get caught out in the open. And wow, here we go. On now. Okay, so he has a shot. And he... Oh my god, he actually is the world's biggest hero. He could have killed the IS-8. He went and sat in front of me. I don't believe it. This guy is actually a hero. Oh my god, that's me. That's me right there, guys. Obviously, I'm just going to repeat it a few times, but yeah. Okay. So, wow, he's already done 2,400 damage with his 3 penetrating shots. He must be thinking, okay, this guy's noob. I'll just sit in front of him then so they can't shoot him. And he basically probably saves me from that shot. What a hero. And Shazam! He didn't even need to make the ammo rack there. But he hits him hard anyway. Absolutely brutalizes him. And I'm thinking, okay, this guy's such a legend, I have to help him out. And you've already watched my replay, you know that I failed. So he's going forwards and backwards here to try and get the guy to bounce the shell. He does. So now that he's seen the guy has bounced, he's going to advance. I see that he's doing that, so this is where I make my mistake and go and attack. Take a big shot from the one from the AMX 1390, but at least I distracted the IS-8, who would have probably shot Gravedigger. And the artillery makes a big hit, and there goes my life. So this is the first time I've watched this video now. This is exciting for me. I have no idea how this replay is going to turn out. It's like watching a movie for the first time. So at the moment we're winning by 4 tanks, which is a lot. Okay, so the Gravedigger's like, oh dear, but he can handle this situation. He just needs to take out that cheeky IS-8. So the traverse speed on this tank is pretty good. Not incredible, but it's pretty damn good for a tier 10 tank destroyer. And immediately here he's thinking, okay, I'll reverse away from the 1390. Oh god, the 1390's got my side. What can I do? What can I do? Okay, there. That's what I need to do. Perfect placer. Boom. And the E75 helps him out. Okay, so this is where I left the stream. I just watched the Gravedigger do some epic work there. Already done 5,000 damage in the game. Even if he was to die right now, that would be fine. And the Gravedigger just said in chat, E75 noob, too late. Maybe he was having a bit of a dig at him. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha. Sorry, that was terrible. But yeah, I'm not sure, maybe he was sort of defending me in a way. The E75 should have been in there faster. But just to quickly look at what kind of tanks they sent us there. That's not a bad result. Those 2 noobs really dying at the back in useless positions. But we got Batchat out, E75, 2 IS-8s, an AMX 1390. It's a pretty good result. The Gravedigger's been spotted here, and oh god, he's against a T110E3, and the T110E3 is a very respectable player. Let's take a look at how the Gravedigger will handle this situation. So it looks like he's going to change his angle of approach. He's going to let the IS-8 attack, and I think he's wanting to get the flank. It's So the game is more or less completely even down. Now, our team is only up by a couple of tanks. And it's definitely all to play for. So the IS-8 gets a respot on the T-110E3 for the Gravedigger. Now it's time for him to make a move. He's flanking. He takes a quick look to see if the E-75 will be able to get him. And he can't. He's looking round at his tank, admiring the beautiful paint job that the guys in the garage have done. I think what he's doing right now is waiting for the E3 to be seen again. He sees the E3 is aiming at him. Actually, the E3 just fired at the E-75 behind him. The IS-8 put a good shell into him. And this is where I guess it's very useful to have the heat ammo. Because with AP rounds, I'm not 100% certain if that would have gone in against an E3 with an AP round. It might have. The superstructure on those tanks is not bad at that kind of an angle. But I'm flabbergasted. I didn't know that these tanks had 450 penetration with their heat rounds. You could probably aim anywhere, more or less, on a tank, and it probably should go in, unless it hits the really thick parts, for example, the mantlet on the E3. But anyway, not taking anything away from the absolute monster performance the Gravedigger is showing us here. He's already done 6,000 damage, and he's definitely not done yet. He's seen that the other tank, sorry, not the tank, the other flank has crumbled, and he's on his way. The E-75 is left to deal with that E3. In a way, I think he's sort of sacrificing that E-75, but I think he's really worried about the fact that they could go back into base. He's told the artillery to focus on the E3 to try and help out the E-75, so he hasn't exactly left him to die completely. He's still trying to influence his team to try and help out people that even he's left behind. But he sees now that the E3 has vanquished the E-75. The E3 is an absolute beast of a tank frontally. And this is the first time I've ever seen an Object 268, and god damn, look at the log on the back of this tank. It's just put up there. It's like, I've got more log than you, so that's pretty ridiculous. Okay, but Gravedigger's got his shots. He's waiting for the 268 to come around the corner at the IS-7, but the 268 isn't buying it. So the Gravedigger thinks, okay, the 268 won't come around the corner. It's a shame he didn't stay there, otherwise he would have had a shot. But he doesn't want to stay out in the open. He's off hunting. He's got half his hit points left, but he doesn't want to lose them because realistically, every single tank on the enemy team can 2-hit him, so he can only really take one more shot. Now he's getting into a flanking position, and oh god, the 268 spotted him. He fires clutch. He clutches that 268. That was reaction times there. The enemy 268 fired second, and he died. I guess... Let's see. Look at the rate of fire on this tank. I was wondering if he was gonna fire one straight at the mantlet there. Wow. Right into the weak point. The angled headlights there. His armor was angled very up though. Meh, I guess with these heat rounds, it doesn't really matter too much. Okay. Oh god, he's found an E-75. Blast through his lower plate and the E-75 bounces off the 268. Now the Gravedigger is up to 7,800 damage. He's wiggling here to try and avoid the E-75 from shooting his weak points. But he's not done yet. Let's go E-75. E-75 manages to hit him on the move. We can see the heat rounds there able to go through the upper plate of the E-75. That's pretty brutal. And the artillery could have saved him there. Great shot from the artillery to take out the E-75, who was very likely to penetrate him and take him out. So now, it's one-on-one. Their best player is the one left alive at the end of the game with 3 kills. The Gravedigger's on 5. Now it's very tense. He's playing for his top gun now, against the best member of the enemy team in a tank that's very dangerous frontally. Let's see how he handles the situation. Alright, so he knows the E3 was last spotted at A6, but that was a very long time ago. The last tank that he killed was that E-75. So realistically, he could be anywhere now. Okay, he's not anywhere now, he's right there. So, the Gravedigger plays really well here. He doesn't chase the kill. He realizes, hey, you know what? We've got the artillery advantage. No way am I going to chase you, E3. You have to chase me. We've got the artillery advantage. Now, I'm very interested to see if he shoots at the MG turret on the E3, because I know for a fact that it's very, 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 very hard to penetrate that MG turret with regular ammo. But he doesn't need to, because the artillery makes the kill. Really good teamwork there at the end of the game. The artillery nailing him. And the Gravedigger there gave up a top gun to secure the game, which is a very mature thing to do. If he had got some bad RNG for whatever reason, and the E3 had managed to bag him, then he might have been able to kill the artillery as well. He really overlooked the medal there to win the game, which I think is a really good thing. A lesser player might have been like, I'm going in, I'm getting that top gun. He remained calm and composed throughout the game and played a pretty big monster game, really. He carried this game so hard. And that's why I contacted him, because I thought on the stream when I left, I thought, oh well, probably, okay. I was saying actually live on the stream, oh my god, this guy's epic. When he came and sat in front of me, I was thinking like, that's just some amazing teamwork. I haven't seen someone do that in a random game, like, ever. And this guy did it. And then later on, I went back to look to see if we won the game or not. And I saw that this gentleman had done nearly 9,000 damage, and I thought, okay, I'm going to contact him. I have to get this replay, and a big thank you to you, the Gravedigger, for sending me this replay. I really appreciate it. So let's take a look at some post-game stats. So what a monstrous game here. We can see here when we look at the detailed reports, this has got no event experience or no event credits. He got 100,000 credits. 100,000 credits in a tier 10 tank. That's massive. And he got over 2,100 experience. That is huge as well. To be able to achieve that, we can see that he had to do 9,700 damage. That is huge. He fired 14, hit with 13. Of the 13 that hit, they all penetrated. We can see that although he got this fantastic result, he actually lost money that game. He lost 10,000 credits, which I guess is a bit of a downer. I didn't realize that he would be firing heat completely until I watched this replay. But you know, heat's a legitimate tactic. He probably funds that by playing his tier 8 premium tanks. There's no downer about that at all. And sometimes that's just what you've got to do, I guess, to win the game and get these absolutely insane results. Nearly 10,000 damage. You can see there, I felt quite happy with my game. Look at that, I get 900 base experience without premium. That's not too bad in a tier 10 tank. I'll take that most of the time. I did a hell of a lot of spotting. I did 2,000 damage before I died, but the Gravedigger just went, oh, okay. Not only did he have to try and be a hero to save me, he also took 4,500 potential damage, nearly did 1,000 spotting damage, and nearly 10k regular damage. A huge game, a huge plays. What we can take from this, there are excellent players out there who are very calm and calculated, and also very selfless. The fact that he went in front of me there without, I'm not sure if he knew me. I don't think he knew me, but that's just huge. Just thank you so much. It really made me feel really good to think that that level of human spirit and selflessness in multiplayer games can come into World of Tanks. And he gets rewarded as well. Even though he did that, he goes and pulls off a huge game. Also, this replay made me realize that the Object 268 is an absolute beast of a tank with its great rate of fire, white troll armor. And I had no idea that this tank gets 450 millimeters of heat penetration. That's just huge. Anyway, the Gravedigger, thank you so much for carrying me. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for letting me show this replay off on YouTube. You played an epic game, and thank you for showcasing to all of us how the Object 268 is. And I'm very much looking forward to getting one. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this replay. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then think about rating it down below. I'd really appreciate it. And as always, so you've been epic. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you soon.